Gender equality is the 5th Sustainable Development Goal out of the 17. Why is this important? Gender equality and women in politics are important because women are severely underrepresented in politics and leadership. There are no signs that show that women who run for office perform worse than men. There is no differences in women and men's fundraising receipts, vote totals, or electoral success, yet women are way less likely to run and win. Women are more than half the population in the U.S., but hold less than a third of elected offices. What is the cause of this problem? One factor is the years of living in patriarchal societies, which have caused people to view women as weaker and lower than men. Another factor is education. Women have been traditionally excluded from education, which opens opportunities in political leadership. Especially in less developed countries, women are more likely to be taking care of the household and the younger children than attending school. There are 7 factors contributing to the gender gap in the U.S. The first factor is that women are more likely than men to see the electoral environment as biased against them and other female candidates. If they think that the system is biased against them, then they are less likely to run and more likely to think that running would be meaningless. The second factor is Hillary Clinton and Sarah Palin's candidacies, which aggravated women's perceptions of gender bias in the electoral environment. Women began to see how females were treated when running for a position in politics. Many female potential candidates believed that Hillary Clinton and Sarah Palin experienced sexist media coverage, had too much attention on their appearances, and faced gender bias from voters in their 2008 campaigns. The third factor is that women are much less likely to want to run for office because they do not believe they are qualified enough, even if they are. The fourth factor is that potential female candidates are less competitive, less confident, and less likely to take risks than their opposing male candidates. Running for a political position involves the step of putting oneself before the public and often facing intense examination, loss of privacy, possible rejection, and disruption from regular routines. These require certain characteristic traits, such as confidence, competitiveness, and risk-taking, which men typically show and are encouraged to embrace while women are told to hide. The fifth factor is that women are more likely to react negatively than men in many aspects of modern campaigns. Political candidates have to engage in many different activities and often endure a series of difficult personal circumstances. The sixth factor is that women are less likely than men to receive the suggestion to run for office from anyone. Recruitment and encouragement leads many people to consider running for a political position, even if they hadn't previously thought to do so. And if women don't have as much support and reassurance, then they might change their minds about running or never even think about it in the first place. The last factor is that women are still responsible for the majority of childcare and household tasks. Despite women's large movement into high-level jobs, women and men still continue to conform to traditional gender roles at home. The wives are supposed to stay at home and take care of the children in the house while the husbands go out for work. Although it is a lot better for women to get jobs now than it was 50 years ago, these are still issues women are facing today. Who is impacted? Women are directly impacted, but everyone is still affected. Many younger girls grow up thinking that they are less intelligent than men and believe they cannot be good leaders. Older women are also impacted since it is much harder for them to be elected as a leader versus a man. This is also a large problem in poor, less developed countries where women are needed at home to take care of the children instead of working and leading in politics. Men are the ones to typically take that job. Many northern European countries such as Sweden, Finland, Norway, the Netherlands, Belgium, and Denmark are all progressive and have high percentages of women in the national legislature and are all in the top 20 in the whole world. Rwanda is the first country with 56.3% of women in the national legislature, and the US is 91st with 16.9%, below the average of 19.3%. How can we help? There is no one way to fix this issue. People could continue to encourage women to run for office and try to help them, but it will take a lot of effort and time for women to reach where men are and have them be completely equal. Emerge America is one solution that could help future women be politically involved and run for leadership positions. Emerge America helps Democratic women who want to run for public office by giving them a unique opportunity of training. They go to an in-depth training program providing aspiring female leaders with cutting-edge tools and training to run for elected office and elevate themselves in the political system. Another solution is forcing women to be involved in political leadership by creating and enforcing a new law, such as Sri Lanka's new policy that requires 25% of candidates in elections to be women. Women's representation in Sri Lanka is at 2% of local government posts, even though women make up over 51% of registered voters. In the national legislature, Sri Lanka is the 179th country in the whole world, with only 5.8% women. Sri Lanka's new policy will help with the political gender gap that currently exists in their country.